Shalom, shalom. First and foremost, I want to start by giving all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone who rule well, and salutations to the brothers amongst the four corners of the globe, pushing out this truth with all sincerity and with charity, man. And with that being said, hey, man, I ask that Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai continue to have that spirit upon us, and having our minds, bodies, hearts, and souls open to his word, man, allowing us to continue to endure everything that we have to endure in this world, man, man, basically allowing us to endure to the end, man, until those clouds crack and Yahweh Shai come back and, man, basically bring judgment upon modern day Babylon, which is America, man, and with that being said, man, that spirit, man, that spirit, it's important that spirit is upon you, man, because if that spirit is not upon you, then, hey, I mean, this word must not be for you, man, because the scriptures, man, the scriptures prove that spirit, that spirit, that breath of life, man, but real quick, I'm gonna just hop into it. This is book of, you know what? I want to start at Galatians, but I think I'm just gonna, I'll just read it, This is the book of Galatians, chapter 5, verse 16. It says, "This I say then, walk in the spirit, if ye shall not fulfill the lust of the flesh. For the flesh lusted against the spirit, and the spirit against the flesh. And these are contrary the one to the other, so that ye cannot do the things that ye would. But if ye be led of the spirit, ye are not under the law. Now the works of the flesh are manifest, which are these: adultery, fornication, uncleanness, and this word is lasciviousness. I gotta get proper correct and enunciation of this word. Lasciviousness, idolatry, witchcraft, hatred, variance, emulations, wrath, strife, seditions, heresies, envyings, murders, drunkenness, revelings, and such like." So that's it right there, man. That's why we shouldn't walk out after the flesh, all of those reasons right there, man. Because hey, man, we have knowledge. The brothers that's in this truth, we have knowledge that we are Israelites, man, the Most High's elect, his chosen people, So walking after the flesh, you're not going to do nothing but lead into these things, man, and that's deep, from adultery to the fornication to the uncleanness, walking after your flesh, making you think that pork bacon smell good, making you think that man's woman look nice, in that dress in which she probably put on to please you and every other man that she see, man. But we walk not after the flesh, but after the spirit, man. And that's just important that we do that, man, and follow our spirit, man. But nevertheless, before I jump into this Romans, I'm gonna pull out this John 6:63, I think. This is John chapter 6, and it says, "It is the spirit that This is John chapter 6:63, and it says, "It is the spirit that quickeneth, the flesh profiteth nothing. The words that I speak unto you, they are spirit and they are life." So it says that the flesh profited nothing. And these words are spirit and they are life, man. So these words, the law, statutes, and commandments in this book, man, in this roll, they are life, hey. But it says, "But there are some of you that believe not, for Yahweh Shai knew from the beginning who they were that believe not and should betray him." So Yahweh Shai knew, he knew from the beginning who would betray him, man. So that's why I say, man, you gotta follow the spirit, cause man, like people walk amongst us on the highways and byways week in and week out, and they be in large groups, and I'm pretty sure some of those people they actually want to stop and ask a question, but they might be influenced by whoever they walking with. They might just want to keep on walking, like, but deep down, I think some of those people really want to stop by and rap with us and see what's to it, because this is for us, man. This is life, But real quick before I pull out that, I'm just going to this James. This is it's the book of James, Shalak. Chapter 1, and I'm gonna read down a little bit. Shalak. It's the book of James. It says in verse 15, it says, I'm going to start at 13, Salaki. It's the book of James 1 and 13. Let no man say when he is tempted, I am tempted of Yahweh, for Yahweh cannot be tempted with evil, neither tempteth he any man. But every man is tempted when he is drawn away of his own lust and enticed. When lust hath conceived, it bringeth forth sin, and sin, when it is finished, bringeth forth death. So, man, following after your own lust, man, that could bring you death, man. That will be the death the death of a lot of people, And man, hopefully they didn't, die off, and this flesh just, perished away and went back to the dirt. But and that's what we seeking for, man. We seeking for when our soul leaves this body, man. We seeking everlasting life, And it's that simple, man. We're seeking the everlasting, man. We're seeking the kingdom, man, and all the things thereof, man. The inheritance of the heathen, so far, so on, man. But I'm going to just read this Romans chapter 8, and I'm going to start at verse 1. I'm going to read on down. We say, there is therefore no condemnation to them which are in Mashiach Yahushua, who walk not after the flesh, but after the Spirit. For the law of the Spirit of life in Mashiach Yahushua hath made me free from the law of sin of death and death. For what law could not do, in that it was weak through flesh, God Yahweh sending his own Son in the likeness of sinful flesh, and for sin condemned sin in the flesh, that the righteousness of the law might be fulfilled in us, who walk not after the flesh, but after the Spirit. For they that are after the flesh do mind things of the flesh, they that are after the Spirit things of the Spirit. For to be carnally minded is death, but to be spiritually minded is life and peace. So it just said, but for that to be carnally minded is death, but to be spiritually minded is life and peace, man. Not seeking peace here on earth, but guess what? You will be in a peaceful mind state if you understand the scriptures, if you understand that there ain't nothing for us to do, other than exercise our mind in these scriptures, because, man, if we was righteous then, we'd be righteous now. So this should just be a rehearsal, you know what I'm saying? But and it says because the carnal mind is enmity against Yahweh, for it is not subject to the law of Yahweh, neither indeed can be. So then they that are in the flesh cannot please Yahweh. But ye are not in the flesh, but in the Spirit, if so be that the Spirit of Yahweh dwell in you. Now if any man have not the Spirit of Mashiach, he is none of his. And Mashiach be in you, the body is dead because of sin, but the Spirit is life because of righteousness. But if the spirit of him that raised up Yahushua from the dead dwell in you, he that raised up Mashiach from the dead shall also quicken your mortal bodies by his spirit that dwelleth in you. So man, that goes into like, man, having faith in the spirit, man, and he said that he will quicken it, so that's really in his word, man, and being able to receive the breakdowns of these scriptures, But man, we have to continue to stay spiritual, doing this thing, man, and deal in the spirit when we talk, walk, and everything that we do, walking in this world, man, But with that, give our praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bashim Yahushua again. Double honors to the elders and apostles. I hope this little lesson was edifying to whom it may edify. But with that, I'm going to say shalom.